Next system.
Next system I would travel to is Dryau, like D-R-Y-A-U.
D-R-Y-A-U.
Space.
Space.
A-O-W-S-Y.
A-O-W-S-Y.
Space.
Space.
O-J.
O-J.
Dash I.
Dash I.
Space.
Space.
D9.
D9.
Dash.
Dash.
1444.
1444. Couldn't it be 666? Alright, never mind.
I really would love to visit the Dyer system. Okay.
Shut the fuck up. 6 new objects. And they're all junk. Fuck.
Frameshift drive charging.
You could hurt the object's feelings by saying this.
Don't start with the planet gender bullshit.
What?
Don't start with the planet gendered bullshit.
You just started. I would say the planets were all bisexual, 3 males.
But you said I could hurt the planet's feelings.
Then they are tri-demisexual. What does this shit even mean? I have to look up Tumblr now.
No, don't. And if you ask me,
the internet, we call it Tumblr. So
if you ask me,
I will get my mobile now and I will read Tumblr Otherkin posts, if it's okay.
Fine, if you want to give yourself a brain tumor, then go ahead. If you ask me, it sounds like you just make shit up to sound interesting, or to sound as different and unique as possible. I mean, Star Trek did that, but at least they had a team of scientists to do it the right way.
Frameshift drive charging.
Otherkin for the perplexed observer. Just another kin.
We know what other.
.com.
We know what Otherkin is.
Stop. We have. I am a perplexed watcher. Just an apostrophe Otherkin. Hello and welcome to my little slice of internet. A little bit about me. I'm a dragon. However, how's this called again? I'm a dragon apostrophe kin. And I have identified as such for about 9 years now. As a PhD candidate, I tend to drift on and off online community depending on my workflow and the social commitments, and I try to stay semi-active here on my blog, blah blah blah. As a disclaimer, blah 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 blah. I tend to post my thoughts and musings and blah 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 blah. So let's come to the beat here.
I'd ask him to look in a mirror and if he sees a fucking dragon or not.
An FAQ on Otherkin for the perplexed observer. I hate reading long text on mobile screen. Go fuck this. The Otherkin community is often perplexing for those who have only just discovered it, and sometimes the confusion that people feel about it discovering Otherkin can easily turn into irritation, humor, or even anger. Recently, I've reposted a few posts from people who have just discovered Otherkin and who are, in some way or another, either confused or just plain misinformed. Are we misinformed?
I don't know. Scroll down where...
It will tell us, it will tell us. However, it occurred to me that writing out all of these responses individual wasn't the best of things I... It would get repetitive for my watchers and for me, and my information would fluctuate so much that I wouldn't do the the person I'm addressing justice either. Like playing a lead while reading this on my mobile, this is pretty hard. Wait, I will use my throttle here to put my mobile against it. No, then I can't use my fucking throttle.
Turning reading about human bullshit into a chore.
And so I have decided to make this little FAQ, which I will modify as time goes on, aimed at addressing common questions which I see pop up text from newcomers to the concept of otherkin. Please kill me.
Yes, and?
Okay. If this doesn't interest you, then I suggest you don't click on the read more. However, if you're curious, then please feel free to have a read.
Oh yes, we're very curious what fuckery this is.
Yeah. If you feel I'm doing the community an injustice at any point, then don't hesitate to send me a not. You know, the E on the keyboard just didn't work. A not. Send me a not about this either.
Oh Christ.
I want to try and keep this information as informative and representative of the otherkin subculture as I can. So without further ado... wait, I have to fly again. Did I just say without further ado? Yeah, I read this from this text. Wait, did I scroll down already? Yes. An FAQ on otherkin for the perplexed observer.
Or the perplexed observer.
If you have been directed to this article, then chances are you're recently discovered otherkin and you're a bit perplexed by the whole idea of it. The first thing I have to say is, don't worry, it's perfectly normal to be confused by something such as the otherkin subculture, which can sound so strange.
I was afraid for a second it was going to say it was perfectly normal, period, but okay. Okay, I'll give it that it at least acknowledges that it sounds like total crap.
Yeah. So... and perhaps even offensive. On first glance, and I'd be lying if I said that I couldn't understand where you're coming from. What? And... Okay. Here the FAQ begins, finally. I skipped all the bullshit.
Yeah. We need the FAQ, not the extremely long-winded introduction as if it is an actual university subject.
Okay, what is otherkin? This should be simple to answer. It's actually rather tricky. The truth is that no one has really provided a 100% accurate explanation.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
What constitutes being an otherkin?
How can you call yourself an otherkin if the term otherkin doesn't even have a clear definition?
However, there have been attempts. Okay, in her book, in her 2007 book, A Field Guide to Otherkin, Lupa Star chose to describe otherkin as a person who believes that through either a non-physical or much more rarely physical means he is not entirely human. This means that not anyone who relates internally to a non-human species, either through soul, mind, body, or energetic resonances. I just read erotic romances. Shit. Or energetic resonance, who believes he hosts such a being in her or his body / mind. Is in my own definition of otherkin. Blah blah.
Yeah, that part of otherkin I got already, and it makes me facepalm the most. I mean, excuse me, people, but where do we see evidence of dragons and unicorns and fucking fawns and shit?
Star clusterkin, hello? Whilst this description does not include people who physically identify as non-human, many otherkin would criticize someone who claimed to be physically non-human, and it's someone of a mantra of the otherkin subculture that in order to be healthy-minded otherkin.
A healthy-minded otherkin.
Oh shit! We get.
Wait. Did it really say healthy-minded?
Okay. In order to be a healthy-minded otherkin, you must be able to acknowledge that your body is at least 100% human.
Holy
I can't
shit.
clap. I can't even clap anymore. This. Oh god. This is not real.
Oh,
There is healthy-minded otherkin.
for fuck's sake.
Fuel scooping.
Okay. Personally, I would describe otherkin as any person who believes that they are in some way other than their kin. Kin being humans, and kin to the other being non-terrestrial, mythical, religious, etc. entities. RIP. Rest in peace, man. You're PhD. You're trash can. So, shit. I can't keep reading this, but I so badly want to. This belief is something that can be spiritual or psychological, but as its core, it's a belief and not a physical condition.
Right. Okay.
Wow, who would have thought that? But SCB4 stated that some otherkin would disagree with him, or her star kins. Maybe he also has some more chins that I don't understand. That's not about this kind of person on the internet.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I also like the terms non-human or more than human, as I believe that in order to maintain and process a belief, you have to have a human understanding and will always conform to human conceptualizations. Okay.
So, boiled down in short, otherkin is a religion.
Yeah.
It's a fucking religion.
It's not a religion. I have not seen it in any register for those.
No, it doesn't need to be.
But how he described it definitely goes in the religion direction. So, also, no. I also believe that being human is a core aspect of identifying as an otherkin. Of course it is, because other things can't think in a way a human think and develop such a psychological problem.
Only humans are capable of being this screwed up with their beliefs.
Yep.
Well, until we find aliens, we are sure that only humans can.
However, others hold different ideas. In this article titled "What Does It Mean to Be Other?" Jewel Fox determines that being Therian, fictive, or otherkin does not mean that you act a certain way, hold a certain belief, or have the soul of a particular entity, or even that you believe in souls. What?
Then
which they seem to have in common. Identification, a moment or process of personal epiphany in which they realize they are seeing themselves from the outside. What? Epiphany in which they realize they are seeing themselves from the outside. So when you stand in front of a mirror, I suppose...
I think he means more along the lines of an outer body experience.
What? Could we get a doctor for this person? Real quick. Okay. That the thing they just saw, whatever, outdoors or on television or elsewhere, embodies what they long to be, wish they could be, or feel what they know that they are somehow deep down.
So it's a religion-like thing, based entirely on wishful thinking.
Could you kill me, please?
I mean, that is literally what wishful thinking is.
Stop, Ted. Now it comes explanation. An attempt to come to terms with the identification. It's easy to dismiss it from the outside. Y'all are just crazy. And
Of course, it's
many
easy to
kin
dismiss from
does
the
this at
outside.
first, but when they go through it themselves, they are unable to do so any longer without potentially causing serious mental health issues.
What?
Let's read this again.
Wait, what?
Ted, shut up. We have to read it again. Read it again. An attempt to come to terms with the identification. It's easy to dismiss it from the outside as you're just crazy, and many can do this at first, but when they go through it themselves, they are unable to do so any longer without potentially causing serious mental health issues.
But-
Which means, if I would be other kin, well, I definitely am not, and I would deny it for myself to say I'm another kin, I would get serious mental health issues.
What?
Probably when I would say I'm a fucking red fox, I would have a mental health issue.
But this defies logic.
I know. So let's go to point 3, expression. An attempt to bring their appearance, actions, and values in line with their identification and explanation. This can range from adopting the superficial mannerisms of a given creature, howling like a wolf when given the chance, to deeply involved roleplay scenarios, to cosplay, and even what trans people call transition. Oh, Ted, I have an idea for another YouTube video I should make for my channel. Just an hour of reading this and commenting on it.
Yeah, that would
And
be...
after this, I need a brainwashing.
Storok.
I will then.
You need... The best thing that works with this is to approach it with 100% rationality.
I know.
And then all this bullshittery will not have any effect on you.
Let's move on. Regardless of the particulars, it's generally considered that an otherkin is someone whose identify is that something other than human. Wait, is he repeating himself, or she, or it, or the fucking star?
Well, the Bible repeats itself, so I guess yeah.
Okay. It's a common misconception that this means that the person believes they are the animal creature that they identify as. Wait, what? Now they deny what they said before?
That's very contradictory.
Call 911.
I mean, don't they believe that their soul or... No, wait a minute. This contradicts itself every time. I mean, what I've been told at its basics is that otherkin means that they believe that their soul, or some part of them, some spiritual part of them, used to belong to an animal of some kind. You know, very Buddhistic reincarnation crap.
Wait a second, I want to keep reading.
But this is
Before we move on, here are some more links to some varying definitions of otherkin that exist out there, and I will not click any of them. I will not scroll down to point 2. So, are otherkin just a Tumblr fan? Yes, no, this person writes, put simply, comma, space, no, full stop. It is claimed that otherkin have been around since the 1970s.
Yeah.
Claimed an otherkin timeline, which sadly is currently down for maintenance with a person's site. However, the earliest solid internet resource can be tracked back to the 1990s with the... Wait a second, my mobile just went to standby. Not standby, how's it called? It locked itself, you know? With the Elfkind Diggest. From the
Digest, not Diggest.
Diggest. It's Diggest. See, this already melted my fucking brain.
It's called the Digest. D-I-G-E-S-T. Digest, not Diggest.
Diggest. Okay. From this digest, the otherkin subculture slowly emerged. Why didn't they kill it in the beginning?
Frameshift drive.
Right.
Kill it before it can plant eggs. I mean,
Let's see. The early 90s, right? Oh fuck! So Otterkin came out of D&D culture.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
You know Dungeons and Dragons, right?
yeah.
And you
I
know
just realized that maybe some not healthy-minded people shouldn't have played Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, a major cliche about Dungeons and Dragons, at least during the 90s, especially during that time, was that the people nerds that played Dungeons and Dragons for too long started to identify as their character. Kind of like what most of the furries are doing
You
with.
just said it was a cliche, but
It was a cliche.
reading this now here,
Yeah,
maybe it was true.
Storok, cliches come from somewhere.
I know. So, from this digest, the otherkin subculture slowly emerged. Like how it's called, slowly emerged. Like a monster that slowly emerges from the swamp to kill everybody.
Well, what I get from it was, before this book, there was no Otterkin. After that book, there is Otterkin. In short, Otterkin is just fabricated nonsense. Because if there was such a thing as Otterkin was true, then people would have been Otterkin for centuries. Like, literal centuries.
I have headache. Can't read this. So it slowly emerged, maintained a mostly online presence. Because of this reason, otherkin have of course decided to utilize Tumblr. Wait, I have to read this. Now it gets really cringy. Have to utilize Tumblr as the place to post and to discuss, as well as their other resources. However, Tumblr isn't the primary residence of most otherkin. And many actually claim that it's a poor place to try and establish a functioning community.
I knew this already. I mean, you go to Tumblr to bitch about things.
Or just to be cringe overloaded.
Or for porn. You got the Tumblr also for porn.
I don't really know. In addition to the internet presence, some claim that concepts behind otherkin have roots in long-standing beliefs in human history. Why? 17 years after founding of Elfkind Digest, or Diggest. I call it Diggest now.
It's not Diggest, it's Digest.
Elfkind Diggest.
Can you even English?
And about 35 years after the first entry of currently unavailable otherkin timeline. Why is the otherkin timeline currently unavailable again?
It makes it sound like some kind of science fiction, like, oh yeah, some time traveler made that timeline unavailable. Now it's like this time. What timeline?
There's something there here referred as the otherkin timeline.
Are they?
Years after the first entry in the currently unavailable otherkin timeline.
Fuel scooping.
What the fuck?
Are otherkin just people who want to be animals? I think that are weird furry fucks.
No, man, no. The furry fandom and the Otterkin have.
I know.
Okay, in some cases they have some shit to do with each other, but then it even gets even weirder than it.
I know, Ted.
Just stay away from all of it.
From all of it, otherkin, or all of it at all?
You know, maybe it's just a good idea to stay away from the internet and just use its communication functions.
But Tumblr is a communication platform.
No, it's a social media platform. And everything that is social media is fucking poisonous.
Okay, let's keep on reading this shit. Are otherkin just people who want to be animals? There are a few issues that I see relating to this. The first one is the assumption that otherkin are just people who like a certain animal too much. No, that are zoophiles, or however you call them. They like a certain animal too much. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The second one is the assumption that otherkin are people who want to be the animal they identify with. The third assumption is that otherkin are trying to be trans except for species instead of gender.
What? What the hell was it? What?
The third is the assumption that otherkin are trying to be trans except for species instead of gender. I'll try and address all of these.
How does that...
To the first one. Otherkin aren't just people who took their love to animals too far.
No, those are just some people in the furry fandom and
I
beyond.
know, that's kinda sad.
Kinda sad?
That's
Actually,
really-
it's not sad at all. It's actually really, really, really pathetic.
It's sad because they didn't get a fucking girlfriend and then started fucking
Fuel
animals.
sweeping.
But no, some
Just
people
like
just
you.
Fuel
some people just prefer it.
God, zoophiles are so fucking disgusting. I mean, what could you get you aroused at a dog or a fucking horse?
I don't know.
I mean, go home.
Don't
When you have this
don't
problem,
ask me this question because I really don't fucking know.
because you can answer it. I ask you. Okay. Keep on reading. To the
Why?
first one, no, otherkin aren't just people who took their love to animals too far. There's a difference between liking an animal a lot and holding an identity-based belief, which happens to involve non-human entities.
Well,
When you believe you have more than one thing controlling your body or being more than one person, if it's like the second one is some sort of an animal or stuff like that, that's a psychological disorder, I would say.
yes, it is. It's called well, quite literally called
MPS,
identity disorder.
Multiple personality syndrome.
The one is multiple personality syndrome or schizophrenia, where you have multiple personalities, but that's something that can be proven. Someone with schizophrenia actually does have multiple personalities.
I know.
This is identity disorder.
You know, those people should literally think about the bridge solution. I will explain the bridge solution now. It's pretty easy. So, when you see a bridge
drive charging.
You
that's,
jump off it.
that's higher than 10 meters, take 1 second to think about if you should jump, and what you should take into consideration is, are you an otherkin?
4,
If yes, jump.
2, 1, engage.
And make sure, if it's a bridge over a river, that you jump from the path that's not hanging over the water. Jump over the path that's still over the ground. To make sure it's a hard impact, you know? And then the bridge solution is done.
Wouldn't it be more secure if you jump off a building?
A bridge is a building.
No, a bridge is a construction, but it's for transport. The building usually has people inside.
No, because there are too many pedestrians and you could hurt someone that's not an otherkin.
True.
I mean, when you slam down from the 100th story of some house and then you hit a pedestrian,
True.
it might also die from it. And when you jump down a bridge, you can you check on the other side of the bridge if there's someone coming, and if it's clear, jump.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Alright, well then jump off the top of an abandoned construction yard.
And also, please don't jump from bridges that are over like roads, because hitting a car or jumping down a bridge can seriously injure the person in the car or the people in the car if there's more than one. Also, the car could get damaged, and the car's definitely worth more than you if you're other kin. Shit, man, I will stop reading this.
Yeah, please do.